Hello, welcome to my channel, Her Royal Healing. This is Heather Highness, and this is my first pick a card reading I've done in a while. It's a full moon in Sagittarius, big energy out there, things that we need to release, messages that we need to hear. I'm feeling called to do this for you guys. If you're new to pick a card readings, just sit still, ground yourself, take a deep breath, and whatever pile is your first gut instinct is typically the pile for you. You may need to pause the video to do that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. This is pile number 1, Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you, 52, which can also be a 7. Then we have pile number 2, Skunk Spirit. Know your worth, 54, also a 9. And pile 3, we have Cat Spirit. Claim your independence. 13. Also a 4. Like I said, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You chose Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. I love this card. Look how beautiful that is. There's definitely some more flower of life imagery going on here. So maybe something about cycles, expansion. We do have a 7. 7 is a waiting. It's typically an energy that it's a good energy. Things have already been happening for you. You've already traversed some challenges, and now you're just kind of in this waiting energy, waiting to see what's going to come out of all of your hard work or come out of something that you're standing up for. Scarab beetle, has a tough shell, tough exterior, but is clearly soft and beautiful inside. This could be you. I already shuffled and drew some cards here. I have not looked at them. So let's go ahead and see your crystal card. We have Amethyst, spiritual insight, creativity, psychic protection, courage. See, there's some of that protection and courage that we were seeing with the beetle here. Let's see if I can get that to fit. It looks good. And then this is the Ascended Masters deck. See the other person's point of view. I am not going to attempt that name. But the message is still powerful here. We have Mountain with the number 6. So we have a 6 and a 7. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This is what I meant about those cycles. I was feeling that. Oh, and it looks like you got 3 Moonology cards. I just go with it. Typically, I try to just get 1 card from whatever deck I'm pulling through, but if more want to come out, I'm not going to stop it. We have Surrender to the Divine, full moon. There it is. Full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. And we are having a strawberry moon tonight. And new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. All right. And then your last card is To Be Fair. 38. Also an 11. Also a 2. Balance, that makes sense with To Be Fair. All right, let's take a look here. So, like I already said, there's definitely something about cycles, about things closing, maybe some repeated patterns that have come to the surface. that have caused you to, we have both look at the bigger picture and see the other person's point of view. So perhaps there's been some conflict or some kind of resistance that you've met up against. We do have the mountain here. Think about, what does a mountain represent metaphorically? It's something that we have to climb, something that we have to overcome, some kind of finish line. We see here the light. It actually almost looks like a full moon shining down on the opening, the gateway of this mountain, which is another point of view that you would not see unless it was illuminated. Perhaps you would not see this face. But we do have 6 and 7 here. 6 is a number of seeing the returns of something. It's a victorious card. It's a card of family. It's a card of, yeah, family, home life. So maybe it has to do with something at home. Maybe this has to do with somebody close to you, someone that feels like family, whether that's romantic or not. This mountain also can represent this psychic protection and the courage that you need to overcome or get to this place. But Spirit wants you to remember that magic works through you. And it is up to you to see this other person's point of view, to see the bigger picture. It's a matter of perspective here. You might have more control in this situation than you think. Confidence is your key to success. You've done this before. Yeah, this is something that you've, it's a cyclical nature, the feeling that I'm getting. So it is something that you've already repeated, whether in this lifetime or in a past lifetime. This is a soul memory and gift. You do have spiritual insight here. So maybe you've been getting some downloads or intuitive hits, things and dreams coming up that are giving you some sort of deja vu. But Spirit is asking you to be fair, to weigh all points of view, options. The white owl is here, which usually for me represents some kind of divine messenger, spirit itself, which we do have that spiritual insight. So this message, this reading is something that you need to know. This feels like you maybe haven't considered this. Maybe you've been stuck in your own cyclical nature, your own mountain to climb, your own what's the word I'm trying to think of? Obstacles, your own obstacles. But surrender to the divine. You have full moon twice here, and you have imagery of full moon again. There is something that wants to be released. There is something that has hit its maximum. So it's time. And this is like with the to be fair, it always reminds me of the Justice card in tarot, where it's like the scales have already been weighed. And see, if you look at this card, I don't know if you'll be able to see in this video, but she has a fortune cookie on one scale and an egg on the other. So it's like weighing good fortune, luck, abundance with this new beginning. Oh, confirmation burp. That means my throat chakra is opening up. And it does look like the new beginning might feel slightly heavier. It isn't quite even because she is weighing the options. But Spirit is here to tell you to look at the bigger picture. There is something here that inside of you that needs to be released. Maybe you don't believe in yourself. Maybe you feel like things have been thrown at you and they're always thrown at you. Maybe you're thinking in absolutes, which is why this feels, you know, like something that you can't overcome. But you've been through a lot. You have this hard shell. You are courageous. You've done this before, which is why it's triggering you. But instead of repeating this cycle, Spirit is asking you to surrender, overcome this. You're already there with the mountain here. You're already there. You're closer than you think. There is this beautiful, soft inner layer inside of you, this creativity, this very beautiful energy that wants to come through in this new beginning. But it seems like you haven't been open to it, probably just because of pain or fear. But confidence is your key to success here. So what it is that you need to release is these old patterns, these ideals or opinions or actions. I'm not sure. It's not clear what you've been doing. Maybe I'll go ahead and pull tarot to see about that. But I don't know what exactly has been going on. But it's something that you have not been moving forward on, and you're being called to. See the bigger person, see the bigger picture, choose a different perspective, see someone else's perspective. Because that is what it takes to be fair. That's what it takes to be successful. Everybody gets a fair shot. And remember that, yeah, magic works through you. Like, you're more powerful than you think you are. You have more of an effect in this than you even know. Spirit, what is this about? There's that 7 again. 7 of Pentacles. It's something that you've been putting work into, something that you have fed, that, you know, something that you've put, you know, your blood, sweat, and tears into, and see how he's just waiting. It's the pentacles haven't fallen yet. It's like the fruit hasn't dropped from the tree. Oops, I didn't realize that you couldn't see it. Here you go. It is a waiting for the fruits of your labor energy. But it's kind of like staring at boiling water. It's going to feel like it takes longer if you stare at it. What do we have here? 2 of Wands. Yeah, this is 2 of Wands is a planning card. 3 of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in, like broadening your horizons. But this is like you're making plans. This is about seeing things from a different perspective. See how he's looking at the globe? It's a worldly view. Let's see what else Spirit has to say. Well, that was a bunch of cards. I'm not going to flip all these over. I'm just going to look at these quick. Oh, there's heartbreak here. Definitely some passion. Focusing on conflict. Yeah, Lovers is here, and the heartbreak card. So this is a relationship of some sort. Some kind of choice had to be made. Perhaps between a fire sign and a water sign. Or so either one of you could have placements in Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If you have 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Yeah, towards something that was bringing you happiness and fulfillment on an emotional level. But you've been focusing, maybe you moved too fast, or maybe this happened very quickly. I'm going to put those back. Let's see what's at the bottom. Yep, 5. Oh, all these 5s. 5 of Swords. Having to walk away from something. Some sort of conflict was happening. Or is happening right now. Let's put this back. What does Spirit want you to do next? See, 3 of Swords just came out, but reversed. So that means overcome the pain, overcome the heartbreak. Move out of the energy of pain. So do what you need to do to heal, to let it go. You know, the scale, like I said, the scales have already been weighed. Things have already been set in motion. You can't go back. And it's so painful because you've been through this before. I get that. Oh, okay. Move forward. The Chariot. Maybe this is past returning. Trying to juggle between that and Page of Wands. Yeah, and then Tower. Confusion. Sun, confusion. I mean, clearly you need to move on from this person. Yes, this is about your fulfillment, wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups at the base. Yeah, I feel like this might be a hard to hear message for you. But you are courageous, you are brave, you are protected. Psychic protections, you know, maybe you need to work with amethyst, sleep with it under your pillow at night, and it'll help you with overthinking or ruminating or anxious thoughts and kind of doing this cyclical looping in your head. Yes, so it's time to release this with this full moon in Sagittarius. You know, I don't know if you do full moon rituals, but if you light a white candle and burn what you want to release, write it down and fold it away from you and say it out loud before burning it, and literally surrender it to the divine. And just, you know, and with the ashes, you can bury them, you can throw them away. You might want to do a core cutting ritual. That's coming to mind. Unfortunately, this isn't just about you in this situation. There's somebody else to be accounted for, and their feelings matter too. If you're going to actually be victorious, if you're actually going to see the fruits of your labor and see, you know, what the future holds, you're going to have to let this go and move forward. You're going to have to overcome the pain, even though it's triggering you. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a few breaths and release a little bit of energy myself after this, because I can feel it. I can feel your heaviness. I can feel the pain that you've been through. But remember, you are a magical being, and magic does work through you, and you are capable of bigger and better things. You just have to trust and have faith in yourself and your abilities, and not focus on what you lack, what's happened to you. Don't ruminate and spiral over it. Instead, write it down, journal it, burn it, do a core cutting. Do what you need to do to release this. because it's time. All right, pile number 1, this has been your message. Thank you. Till next time. Bye. Hi, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. 54 could be relevant to you, or the number 9. Maybe you've been seeing 999. Know your worth. Yeah, think about it. The skunk is used to people thinking perhaps negatively about it because of its spraying, but it doesn't let it affect it because it knows its value in its ecosystem. So knowing your worth, knowing your value. With the number 9, maybe something is closing out that no longer serves you, and that's what you need to release. Okay, for your crystal card, you have Amazonite, solace, healthy lifestyle, clear communication, balance. Stick that there. This is the Ascended Masters deck. Ooh, you have Twin Flame with Angus. My dog's name is Angus. Not spelled like that, but yeah, swans, they mate for life, I'm pretty sure. Those are doves above their head. Twin flame. So this could have to do with you and your partner. I'm sorry for the glare. It's evening now. And then we have, oh, sad embrace. Oh no. Something happened. Breakup. But balance and solace is coming into your life, or wants to come into your life. This is a blessing in some way. Loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Maybe this was a bit of an obsessive relationship. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So we got a full moon card. And Aquarius, you know, they're known for being a little bit weird. A little bit out there, a little bit, what's the word? I mean, they're revolutionaries in a way because the way that they think is so unique and just otherworldly. Oh, and we have milk and honey, 51, also a 6. 6 is like home life and family. The land of milk and honey. Well, it's obvious that what wants to come in is this balance, this healthy lifestyle. Milk and honey is riches, abundance, things that may seem common to others, but is quite luxurious in its essence, as are you. Know your worth. Milk and honey is also like, you know, a wish fulfillment, some kind of, you know, there's a rainbow here, and like with the baby elephant, like this youthfulness, this, yeah, like the gifts, the blessings from the universe that they want to give you. This fortune. Something happened. You have sad embrace underneath a twin flame with the number 9. We have 45, 54, 2 9s. Like I said earlier, maybe you've been seeing 999. But 9s is the closing of a cycle. We're in a 9 year right now, 2025. Yeah, there was some kind of, you know, maybe it was a codependent relationship. Maybe you guys partied a lot together. Or maybe you're just addicted to one another, controlling, a little obsessive. Or maybe you're just feeling that way about this loss. So if the relationship wasn't that, then you've been feeling this or been dealing with addictive behaviors, coping mechanisms, maybe like partying, like drinking, and partaking in things that you usually don't because of this sadness and grief that you're carrying. But Spirit wants you to know your worth and to know that you deserve clear communication, balance, healthy lifestyle, solace, peace, the land of milk and honey. If you loosen your grip, show the world the real you, not be afraid of, getting your power back after this situation. Because the mate that you're meant to attract is going to be drawn in by you and your highest power and in your authenticity, like your highest frequency. That's the type of partner you want to attract. So yeah, releasing this grief, releasing the addictive, obsessive patterns, whether it's with your thoughts, your actions, with, doing things that aren't the best for you. That could be sex, gambling, partying, stalking them on social media. Those kinds of things. Loosen your grip. Yeah, it's time to go with the flow. You have so much in your world already. So much good, so many good blessings and good things. I'm tripping over my words right now because, yeah, I think that I think you've been in a bit of a state of confusion. You've been hung up. Yeah, well, let's see. Let's go to the tarot. See if the tarot can give us more information here. What is this about? Is this about them or... The Fool, but in reverse. The Fool is the beginning of the journey, taking a leap of faith, not knowing what's gonna come out in front of you, and like how the road will play out in front of you. When it's in reverse, it's like resisting and trying to go backwards, like go into the past and repeat things and do things out of fear. Knight of Pentacles, going towards something that is creating stability in your life. Whether, and as a person, this has to do with like creating a family, a legacy, a partner, a long-term partnership. But it's slow and steady. It's the slowest night. And that's what you need to accrue actual stability. So maybe you've been just staying in a specific type of karmic relationship, this twin flame type relationship, because it's been comfortable. That's what makes it addictive. It's a codependent situation, is what it seems like. What is this milk and honey the Spirit wants to bring in if you release this person, these coping mechanisms? Oh, the Tower, sudden upheaval, change. Look at all those options. A whole new world. That's what would happen. Let's see. Tell me more about this. Page of Cups. A gift. Someone is coming in with an offer, a message, a proposal. Ooh, it's coming in fast. Something's coming in fast. The moment that you loosen your grip and stop being in your grieving energy, not saying that you can't grieve, but it's the behaviors that you have to express your grief. You're not processing grief in the right way. I mean, I don't like saying right or wrong, but there's just certain ways that will actually be beneficial and long-term healing for you. You have to really cry it out and journal it and find your support system. Talk it out, talk therapy, counsel with your friends, family. Use other healthier, more balanced ways to process this grief. Maybe, exercising, working out, hiking, traveling. Because as soon as you do, it's like wham, bam, all this stuff's coming through really fast. Something really good. Where'd that go? Oh, yeah, really good. Four of Wands. This could be a new relationship, a new form of stability, this is a new chapter. This can be marriage, engagement. It's a celebratory card. Maybe you're with this person and maybe they've just been disappointing to you. And maybe, this isn't necessarily like a breakup situation. Maybe this person could be your twin flame, like could be somebody. And maybe you just need to, lessen the control, work on healing the relationship, be more authentic to yourself. And this will happen. It could be not as intense as what I am making it out to be. Just because this is a general reading, it varies for everybody. But I do see these nines here, which tell me that something was ending. Some kind of cycle, some kind of connection. And something is suddenly going to come in with this milk and honey. Wow, interesting. Queen of Swords. Yep. She cuts things out. She's icy. Yeah. I think you need to cut this person out of your life, to be honest with you. But I don't know your situation. I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but you are here for a tarot reading. All right, pile number 2. That seemed pretty cut and dry. I'm sorry that you've been grieving and going through it, but, work on your self-esteem, know your worth, know your value, and this is ready for you. God blesses authenticity, and you can actually attract real things, of value into your life when you're your true self. So much love to you, pile number 2. Until next time. Hello, pile 3. You chose Cat Spirit 13. That number could be relevant to you, like a birth date, a lucky number. We also have 4. 4 is a number of structure, stability, foundations. Cat Spirit, claim your independence. I mean, nothing more foundational than independence, right? So this could be about you doing something on your own, going out on your own, building something. Maybe that's what this full moon is bringing in. Sorry, I didn't mean to jiggle that. And so your pile, you got a lot of cards. And I typically just do one card from each deck unless I'm doing something specific. But your pile just wanted all these cards, and I wasn't going to say no. So you actually have a lot going on for your reading. So I'm curious to see what Spirit has to say. Okay, we have Blue Topaz, finding a spiritual ally, higher wisdom, abundance, and forgiveness. Wow. Cats make great spiritual allies. Maybe if you have a cat, your cat is your spiritual ally. Or you're going to be getting one. I'm sorry there's a glare there, but you see the words. That's what's important. Blue calcite. Soothing, inner peace, universal perspective, strong memory. Okay. Got a lot of blue here, so, and in a third eye, so I say, or see that there's a third eye throat chakra connection here, which that's, you know, it's like intention setting. So maybe this has to do with setting intention, like an intention ritual for the full moon. You have that energy, the full moon, 3 days before and 3 days after. So you still have time if you don't do it tonight, even though it's peaking tonight. Okay, these yellow cards are from the Ascended Masters deck. And a lot of these names I cannot pronounce, so you have to forgive me. Spiritual law of attraction. What was I just saying? The cards never lie. Yes, this is, you are to do a ritual tonight or in the next 3 days. Harness this power, the fullness and the magnitude of the strawberry moon. Trust Vishnu. Okay. And priorities, King Solomon. That's like giving me violet flame energy. Like Saint Germain. Oh my gosh. Whew. Higher wisdom, abundance. You are to manifest abundance during this full moon. Spiritual ally, you know, you could have some kind of altar where you work with ancestors or calling in a spirit guide. Perhaps you have a spirit guide right now that wants to help you attract some things into your life. Trust, priorities. I have a feeling that you've already been doing this, that you've made this your priority to trust in the universe and in its blessings. And it's given you this universal perspective, this higher wisdom. You've been going through a period of self-forgiveness. Interesting. Very powerful stuff. Okay, we have, oh my gosh, Wizard of Awareness 3. Wow. Look at all this wizard, magician, alchemist, violet flame energy. The violet is everywhere. It's crown chakra too. I was going to say this was crown chakra, but it's not. This is more a third eye color. But I was going to say crown chakra because that's really like the best, like that's the typical line of connection for manifestation in the chakra system. We also have bone collector with it. Look at all these cyclical, wow, it's like gateways, portals that are opening up for you. Whew. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all these cards on here, but we'll do our best. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. That is what you are relaxing, releasing, getting yourself into this grounded energy, and then you're going to perform your rituals, your manifestation rituals, abundance rituals over the next couple days. Doing self-care, that is the release that you can do. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Taurus is all about Venetian luxury energy. Loving yourself, treating yourself, claiming your independence, like making yourself priority. What a beautiful reading. Like, whew, this is so cool. Okay, and the last card I don't think I'm going to be able to fit there. Breathe. Look at that. So maybe you do best with manifestation when you meditate or when you take a bath. I'm hearing like sound bath or like a deprivation tank. Like I'm seeing a pod right now where you're floating. I think I could fit that right there. Or right here is better. Well, yes, this full moon is a portal for you, pile 3. I mean, I honestly don't know what else to say because it's just so like you got so many cards, so it made it a much more on the nose reading. You have 29, which could be relative to you, a birth date perhaps. But this is also an 11 or a 2 confirmation burp. Oh, I had one of those during the pile 1. It's my throat chakra here. But 2 being of balance. Just breathe, body care, rest. So make sure you rest tonight. Get your energy up. Either after you perform your manifestation ritual where you release what doesn't serve you anymore and write down and affirm in the present tense what it is that you have now. The things that you want to call into your life, write them as if you have them now and be in the energy of now and just rest and let it go. Burn it in a flame of a white candle. Is there any other messages for pile 3? This is such a short reading for you guys. But you have such this regal energy. Yeah, Queen of Wands, regal. Doesn't get more regal than that. Passionate. She seems witchy to me because not in this deck, but in other decks she has the black cat at her feet. Her spiritual ally, cat. Yeah, you have cat energy or you have a cat that is your ally. That's coming in through strongly. Oh, yeah. You've endured pain. You're ready for a new cycle. Tens are the end of a cycle, but specifically with tens, it means that it's like you're already done. There's no more of this. It's all going to be a new chapter. Towards your independence, which, there you go, claim your independence. I didn't even think about that. 7 Pentacles. Yeah, the fruits of your labor are going to come through. Just because you're not seeing... I'm so sorry, pile 3. My phone died. I've been recording all afternoon, and then I went for a drive, so definitely depleted my battery a little bit. I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, back to what I was saying. The 7 of Pentacles is about, the seeds that we've planted. We've watered our garden. We're literally caring for ourselves or doing our rituals, our practices, our meditations around what we want to cultivate and bring into our life, what we're truly passionate about. And as you can see here, this is a card of like a waiting energy, but it is going to come. Like you can see, like the pentacles are ripe for the picking, but not quite. You're not quite to the end of the finish line yet here. And at the base of the deck, we have Judgment, which is a rebirth, renewal, with 10 of Cups underneath. So this is like, yeah, a new chapter, oh yeah, we have the World card, yeah. So you're manifesting this new beginning, this new perspective, remembering who you are and your power. Yeah, and if you don't do these things, like if you don't do these rituals, or if you revert back to your old ways, the pain, it's just going to stress you out, and you're not going to see the gifts that are around you, the blessings that are around you, that are so, like, you're right there. You're ready to receive them. You just need a practical plan. You just need to do these rituals, have your mindset and your frequency in alignment with your goals, the things that you're calling in. Be present with them and be practical, be grounded, earth energy. Bask in the blessings that you have now. Practice gratitude. Because when you see your abundance in the little things, then you're only going to draw in more, bigger and bigger things. Because like attracts like. Spiritual law of attraction. What a powerful reading, pile 3. I love this for you. You had the best reading out of all 3 piles. This might be one of the better readings I've ever done. I'm excited for you. This is amazing. You have an amazing full moon period of time going on right now. You get to rest, take care of yourself. Yeah, definitely take a hot bath. Do some journaling, reflect. The cool thing about Bone Collector is that all these things, all the things that have happened to you in your past, you already know. It's not about forgetting about what these things did. It's about learning the lessons and forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and coming into this inner peace. See, it says strong memory. It's not that you have forgotten. The Bone Collector holds all of our memories. But you don't need to hold on to those things or that heaviness or that pain. Yeah. Anyway, this was an amazing reading for you, pile number 3. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much. Happy full moon.